Hello, welcome. I'm Michaela and I'll be your yoga teacher for today. This is an everyday yoga flow, great for all levels and with minimal props necessary. However, if you have blocks, they're always a good idea. We'll begin now in Sukhasana. So come to a cross-legged pose, grow tall in the spine, shoulders back, close off the eyes just for a moment, and we'll just take a few rounds of breath here just to tap in. And clear any energy or any thoughts before we begin. And exhale completely. Open your eyes to a point on the floor. Drop your right hand down onto the mat and inhale your left arm up and over for a little side body stretch. Breathe into the left side ribs, growing long, creating space. And exhale. Left hand down the mat. Inhaled so much I had to yawn. And inhale your right hand up and over. For a side body stretch on the other side. And exhale, right hand down to the mat. Take your right ear over to your right shoulder and just stretch the neck. And take it down, chin to your chest. And back, right ear to right shoulder. Stretch the back of the neck, chin to chest. And then take the left ear over to the left shoulder and stretch the right side of the neck. And just little tiny movements, what feels good. Stretch the back over to one side and the other. Coming to rest in neutral. It's my cat this time, not my children, surprisingly. Take your hands out in front of you and begin to walk the hands forward. Just a gentle stretch into the low back and the shoulders. Inhale, walk yourself back up. And we'll come over onto our hands and knees, tabletop position. So knees stacked under the hips and the hands stacked under the shoulders. Drop the belly, lift the chest. Cow. Deep inhale. And exhale, round the spine. Press the hands into the mat. Really press between the shoulder blades, around the upper back. Got cat pose. Transition our exhale to inhale for cow. Heart lifts. Exhale, round. Go slow. Articulate through every vertebra. Inhale, heart shines forward. Cow. And exhale, cat. Come back to neutral spine and begin to walk your hands towards the front of the mat. Drop the chest down onto the mat. An option to take your chin onto the mat or just rest your chin or to rest your forehead, whatever feels better for you. And for your mobility, this is puppy pose. So our hips are stacked over our knees still, and we've just walked our hands forward and melting our heart down to the mat. Deep inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands back up to neutral spine. We'll wash it out with one cat-cow. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, round. Navel into spine. And come back down to neutral spine. Curl your toes underneath you and lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other and just gently pedal out the legs. And any stiffness that may have settled there. Take the feet so they're hip width apart or a little bit wider, as well as the hands. Inhale, rock forward. Shift the weight into your hands, plank pose. And exhale, lift the hips up and back. Heels come down to the mat. Exhale, down dog. And look forward at the space between your hands and take a few steps to the front of your mat so your feet are in line with your hands. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips come up the shins. And exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms down, around, and up. And exhale, hands come down through heart center. Palms face the front. Hips, feet are stacked underneath the hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose. And bend the elbows. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Release the feet behind you. Hands underneath the shoulders. And inhale, lift the chest for Bhujagasana or Cobra pose. Exhale carries you down. And coming either through hands and knees or through plank push-up position, lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Deep inhale and exhale. And look forward at the space between your hands and walk, step, or jump your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, create space, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come up, extend. And exhale, hands come down through heart center. We'll roll through Surya Namaskar one more time. This time with option instead of Cobra to take upward facing dog. So inhale, extend, create space. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank. Bend the elbows for Chaturanga. Press the hands into the mat, lift the chest, roll onto the toes, upward facing dog. Press through the tops of the feet, lift the hips up and back. Flip the feet, downward facing dog. And look forward at the space between your hands. Bend the knees and take a little hop in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands come down through heart center. Moving to Surya B. Bend the knees, sink the seat low. Inhale, arms alongside the ears. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Deep breath. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, plant the hands. Step the feet back for plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right foot forward. Drop your back left knee down on the mat. Inhale, arms up. Low lunge. Exhale, hands frame your foot. Step your right foot back. Plank, Chaturanga, up dog. Lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. Drop your back right knee down, low lunge. Arms lift. Exhale. Hands frame the foot. Step your left foot back, plank, chaturanga, up dog, always option to take cobra. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Exhale. Look forward at the space between your hands. Bend your knees, take a little step in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink the hips, lift the chest, Utkatasana. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, hands come down through heart center. Beautiful. Step your left foot back and have it so it's parallel to the back of the mat. Right foot, toes facing front. Bend into the right knee. And take the arms alongside you. Out alongside you. Deep breath. Take your back left hand, drag it down your left thigh. Inhale your right hand up and over for reverse warrior. Exhale, take your right elbow to your right knee for side angle pose. Left arm creates a long line of energy. Crown of head to tailbone to left ankle. Beautiful. We'll take it into reverse warrior again, coming through warrior two. Right hand up and over. Exhale. Carries you forward. Right elbow, right knee, left arm. Long line of energy. Beautiful. Cartwheel the hands up, back to warrior two. Straight through the front leg. And bend into the left knee. Coming down. It's a bit of a tricky transition. Always option to bring a block underneath the foot. Or underneath the thigh. Your right toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. For a nice inner thigh and hamstring stretch. Skandasana. And using your hands to guide you, press yourself back up into our wide-legged position. Take your toes a little bit wide, or pigeon toe them in, pardon me. Take your heels wide, toes in. Grow tall in the spine. And exhale, begin to hinge forward at the hips. Drop the hands down to the mat. And wide-legged forward fold, melt the heart. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, lift yourself up halfway. Take the hands to your hips and using your glutes and your back, bring yourself back up to neutral. Heel toe the feet in just a bit. Our right foot we want parallel to the back of the mat. Take your left toes so they're facing the front, or what is now the front, what was the back. And we'll move into warrior two on the second side. So bend into the left foot, or the left knee, pardon me. Our hands are out long outside. I can't talk anymore. Our hands are stretching out. Deep inhale. Exhale, bend a little further over the front thigh. We're pressing through our back, knife edge of our right foot. The partlets parallel to the mat. Take your right hand down onto your thigh, left arm back and over for reverse warrior. And the exhale carries you forward, left elbow, left knee, side angle pose. Cartwheel the hands, warrior two for a second. Come back to reverse warrior. And exhale again, left elbow, left knee. Side angle pose. And cartwheel the hands up for warrior two, just a moment. Straighten through the front leg. Take so both toes are facing the front of the mat. Before that, we'll do Skandasana, pardon me. Bend into the right knee. Slowly lower into the right foot. Roll your ankle so your toes are facing up towards the ceiling. And use your hands here to steady you. Skandasana, second side. Use your hands to support you. Lift the seat and rise back up into our wide-legged forward fold. What will be. Take the toes in, heels out. Lift the chest, grow tall. And now exhale into the folding part. Inhale, create space. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise halfway. And take the hands to your hips and begin to lift the chest. Heel toe your feet in so they're just over hip width. And lower the seat down. We'll take Malasana pose. Left arm kind of kickstands out. Right hand up to the sky. Open the chest, little twist. And exhale. Switch sides, right hand out now, left hand high. And exhale. Come down to your bottom. We'll move into Navasana, or boat pose. So take the hands behind you. And inhale, lift the feet. And we'll just keep them at about 90 degrees here. Maybe you want to try holding on to the backs of your legs. Straighten your legs. Just play with it for a little bit. How do you feel? Where's your balance at? Test your own strength. I think most people avoid this pose as much as they can, so I don't usually know where I am at with this pose because I don't do it often. And release the feet down. Take your hands behind you once more. Inhale, lift the toes up. Settle back just a bit into the elbows, bend the elbows so our chest is now leaning back a bit. We can feel our abs engaged here. Inhale and exhale, just begin to tap one foot and then the other. For little toe taps. Nice and slow. And just breathe. And if you really want to challenge, you can hover your hands however you wish. And a few more. Good, and hold. Let me take hold of your backs of the thighs again. Can you straighten the legs? Can you stay steady? And slowly lower the feet down. Take the soles of the feet together and grow tall. Walk the self forward, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, rise. Slide the seat forward and slowly lower yourself down to the mat. And let the feet go. Take your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Take just a few moments to tap in to your consciousness and your awareness. Shavasana. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope this has served you well. You can connect with me on Instagram or Facebook at Michaela's Musings or at my website at michaelasmusings.com. And from my heart to yours, namaste. From here, take your hands back to the front of your mat, step your feet back for plank pose. And we're gonna come into a side-to-side plank. So make sure your hands are strong, feet together, and drop over onto the right side knife edge of your foot and drop your right hip to the ground. Pike your your hip up, roll onto your toes, and over onto the left side of your knife edge of your foot. Drop the left hip down, and lift it back up. Come to your toes. That's one. So we'll drop it over to the right. Now over to the left. 2. 3. With control. 4. 5. 5 more. 6. Over to the right. Right hip down. Toes. Left hip down. 7. 'Right hip down. Left hip down. 8. 9. 'I think I have one more. I think that was 10, but I might have missed one. Oh well, do one more for good measure, hey? Plank, drop the knees, child's pose, stretch the arms, take a deep breath. Brilliant. Roll through back to tabletop position. We'll come into plank pose. Yay! Last time, I promise. Shorten your plank just a wee bit. Makes it a little tougher. We're going to hover our knees down. So bend your knees, take them down to the mat, and hover them in. We're just going to stay and breathe here.
almost done. Just hover them off the ground just a wee bit. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Deep breath. And exhale. Brilliant. Take your hands wide. Look at the space between your hands, and if you wish to do a jump through, you can. Take a little half step in. Swing the feet through, or however you come to your bottom. And in doing these poses, it gives you the strength to be able to do that. So if you're working towards that, these exercises are also for you. We'll take a sip of water if you have one. Well, we'll come onto our seat and move into Navasana toe taps. Take the hands behind you. Inhale, lift the legs, so about 90 degrees. And just begin to drop one toe and then the other. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See if you can hover your hands. We'll do 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Brilliant. Almost complete. Take your blocks. We have one more. It's called Lalasana lifts. So I take myself up on not the highest setting, well, the second highest setting or the highest setting. It depends on how much lift you have. So we'll come onto our knees here. Yeah, I might, we'll see. We'll see if I can do it. So it's going to depend on how much lift you have in your low abs and how much you can get your knees up. So Lalasana traditionally is done just with our hands on the mat and lifting up. With this one, we're going to use our blocks. So grip your blocks. Inhale, lift through the pelvic floor and swing so your toes are up, so your feet are up. Shift so your knees are back down. That's 1. 2. Always option just to lift if this is too hard. 3, 4, maybe that's better. 5, lift the knees. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower all the way back down. Well done, you made it. I always option to do this. Okay, let's do the last one more time. Moving into Lalasana, we'll take our blocks on either side of us, either on the medium or the tallest setting. So with our shins tucked under us, take your hands on the blocks and lift our feet up off the floor and our knees off the floor and lower back down. That's 1. 2. See if we can do it without letting our feet touch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower back down. You made it. Always option to do this 2 or 3 times in a row, depending on your fitness levels. And I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you're as sweaty as I am. And from my heart to yours, namaste, friends.